For those of you who don't know, in Brookhaven, there are several game passes, but some of them are really expensive. And today I'm going to test with you some ways to get game passes for free in Brookhaven that you've never seen before. And for that, I called my friend who's going to help me do this. He said, come on, I want the VIP 2 for free. But guys, that game pass doesn't exist. Only the regular VIP exists, and I don't know what he's talking about. But I'm going to get my car and drive. So I'm coming up here in front. And he said, be careful, someone wants to shoot you. But what he said is kind of weird, because I was just coming here to test myths. He said, look at that house, the first one. So I'm arriving at the first house. There are a lot of lights here, and there are two players who apparently are really angry. He said, I want revenge on the player with purple hair. And that's really weird. He wants revenge on Roblox for a reason I don't know. And now he's coming up here in front. But there's a problem, because they just noticed that I'm here. So I have to get out of here fast before they catch me in Roblox. And I'm getting out of here, but they're coming really fast, and they're going to crash into my car. But guys, the two of them got out, and they're aiming this item at me. He said, get out of the car now. Look, unfortunately I can't, because today I want to test several ways to get game passes for free. So I'm getting out from the back, and they're trying to hit me, but I doubt they'll succeed. Actually, they hit the car, and all the tires came off, and now my car is totally destroyed. But I'm trying to get out, and I can't. It's impossible. Now there's a problem, because they're coming, and I'm going to start speeding non-stop until I escape from here. So I'm coming this way, but that player is also coming, but he doesn't know where I am. Actually, he just realized I'm here, and I'm going to have to run out of here, and my friend is running too. He said, let's go to the island. It's the only safe place. And he turned right here, so I'm following, and we're heading to the island, because it's the only safe place, and those players can't come here. Actually, they just bugged my car. I don't know how they did that, but my car is totally glitched, all because of them. And now it went back to normal. And I really don't know how they did that, but my car is falling, and it just disappeared. And guys, I noticed they're underwater, which means we basically escaped. But I'm arriving at the island to test several ways to get game passes for free. Perfect! I finally got here, and my friend is in this part. And he said, how do you get game passes? There are many ways, because the game has a lot of game passes, but there are several ways to get these game passes completely for free. So for that, I'm going to carry my friend. Now he's here, and I'm going to have to teleport in the game. Now we're safe from those players, because they were chasing us. He said, what if they're waiting for us to come back? Look, I'm pretty sure they're not. Now I'm going to test how to get the super speed game pass. First, I'll have to get a car on the right. A totally random car. Perfect! I got this car, which is totally free. And I'm coming right to this part. And here on the right, I'm going to get a ladder. Exactly this one. And now that I got the ladder, I'm going to place it right behind the car. And now I'm going to have to accelerate back here with everything. Perfect! I'm accelerating. And he said, even I know this bug, but this is a way to get a game pass for free. I'm going to remove the ladder as soon as my car gets really fast, and I have super speed. But my car is totally bugged. My friend said, you have to lower the drift in the settings. Guys, I'm going to try that. Up here, I'll set the drift to 0. Perfect. Now the drift is really low. And now my car is starting to drift in a really weird way. But I'm going to have to do the same bug again, because this time, I'm sure it's going to work. So I'm going to place the ladder right here, and I'll leave my car in this part, and I'll have to accelerate with everything until the tire starts getting really fast. Perfect. It's really fast. And if I remove this ladder, you can see that I'm going fast. And I'm at the maximum speed of the game. I'm even flying here in Brookhaven. And this is the best way to get super speed. But I crashed my car, which wasn't very good. He said, get a pickup truck. That works way better. So here on the right, I'm going to get a pickup truck, exactly this one, and my friend will have to come here. And I'm going to set the drift to 0 and start accelerating back here with everything. And you can see the car is really fast. And it's actually getting really fast in the game. And now I removed the ladder, and I'm super fast, but not too much. And this is the only way to get the speed game pass for free. He said, and the premium, I want premium because I don't have it. And guys, I'm sure my friend has that game pass, because I gave him Robux to buy it, and he has this house with his name on it, and this house is totally paid. You need premium. So I'm going to teach him how to get that game pass. First, my friend will have to come here, and actually he got here in the back, in a really random spot. But now I'm coming up front, and I'll have to get a very specific house in the game. But before that, I noticed there are these two houses, and these houses are perfect for doing a bug. And you can see my friend is sleeping here, while his barbecue is on fire. And my friend is really weird, because his grill is literally on fire, but he's still sleeping. But now I'm getting up here in front, and I'll have to jump over his house in Roblox. But suddenly I jumped on top of the police car, and he's looking back here, not understanding what just happened. But he just went back to doing his job, and I didn't understand what his job is. But now I'm getting up here in front, and I'll have to go flying in Roblox to get on top of this house. Perfect! I made it, but it didn't go very well, and his car almost fell in the water. And guys, he just got up, not understanding what's going on. He said, do it again. I want to see too. And apparently he wants to see that happening. He wants to see me landing on top of his house in Roblox. But I also want to test ways to get game passes for free. But before that, I'm going to do this bug, because he asked me to. But I think there's a problem, because the police officer is coming right here, and maybe he just realized what's going on, but he's aiming this item. And he said, stop, I need to check if you're good or not. But I'm getting out of here, especially because I don't want to get arrested in Brookhaven. And now I'm getting to this part, and it worked. I landed up here, but actually I fell outside the place I wanted to go. But the police officer is coming here to try to arrest me in Roblox, and he couldn't do it either. Actually, his car flipped over here, and he's lying on the ground. But guys, I'm going to test with you a way to get premium for free in Brookhaven. He said, do the bug first, please. And he really wants me to do this bug. So I'm coming up here in front, and this is going to be my last try. So for that, I'm going to raise the suspension so my car gets really tall. And now I'm sure this is going to work. So I'm getting right here, and now it finally worked. But there's a problem. My car is almost falling, and if I turn my car, it's going to fall. So I'm going to press the G key so I can fly, and I actually fell out of the map. But guys, the police officer noticed that, and now he came right here, and he's aiming this item at me. But actually, he's hitting it, and he really hit it. But I don't know why he did that. He just broke my car for no reason, and now he ran off. He flew off in his car, because he knows I'm going to want revenge for what he did. And later I'm going to get revenge, but I already know exactly where he is. And he's right in that spot, and he left his car exactly here, and he's in this area guarding the border. But for those of you who don't know, getting the premium game pass in Brookhaven is really easy. First I have to come up here in front, but my friend already got here because he teleported, and now he's just laughing at me because I took too long to get here while he just teleported. But for those who don't know, here on the right, we have this house that is completely paid. But my friend got it, and if you don't have the premium game pass, you can't get this house because it's fully paid. But there's a way to get this house completely free, and I'm sure you didn't know that. I'll have to get this house on the right, and this house really looks a lot like the other house. But if I go right to this part, we have these totally secret buttons, and if I go down here, we have a house that looks a lot like that other house. So I'm going to press this button, and now I just got a paid house in the game for free. He said, wow, you actually got it. And you can see that I have this house that is just like the paid house. But the only difference here inside is that this house doesn't have furniture, while the other house has a lot of furniture. But it's really easy to fix that. Just come inside, and here on the right, I'll grab this item and start placing the furniture around the house. I'm going to place a TV just like the real house. And the real house has 2 sofas and a TV right here, while my house is going to be a little different because I want to change that. He said, place more TVs. Let's make a cool living room. And he wants me to place more TVs. So I'm going to place infinite TVs in Roblox. Perfect. I placed several TVs, and I'm turning them all on to see how it's going to look. But this is really weird because these 2 TVs ended up the same, and these 2 also ended up the same, but these ones were different. So I'm going to turn this one off and turn it back on just to see what happens. But nothing really happened. So I'm going to turn both off and turn them on at the same time. And now you can see that we have the same TV channel, and I'm going to turn this one off and do the same thing again because I only want bunnies on the TV. And my friend is dancing here in front, but I'm changing this TV channel, and now there are only bunnies on the TVs. And this is the best living room ever. Now my friend sat down here, and this is the best TV channel of all. But guys, there's a problem. Those players are coming here because they found out where I am, and they're coming to my house. And that's a big problem because as soon as they get here, this is going to be my end. And both of them are aiming, but actually they're looking at what's playing on the TV and not understanding anything, so much that they both put the item away. And he said, why did you place so many TVs? Look, I placed a lot of TVs because it's my favorite TV channel, but both of them are just watching here. And he said, you're crazy, let's run away. And he's saying I'm crazy, and they want to run away from me. And I don't know why they're so scared, but now they left, and both of them are basically running. And that's really weird. But that player came back over there and just took the other player's car and is running with it. He literally stole my friend's car and is going up front to pick up his friend. And they just got that car, and I'm sure he's really mad because he just left his house. But now he's coming up here in front, and I didn't understand why he's coming here because his car went in another direction. And actually those players are coming here, and my friend is also arriving, and apparently that's how he's going to get his car back. He said, I locked the car. And guys, he simply locked the car and managed to get it back, and he crashed into the police car. But the police officer looked and just went back to his job. But now, this friend of mine is coming up here, and I didn't understand what he's doing, but he's really angry. But for those of you who don't know, there are other ways to get these Brookhaven game passes. And to get the premium game pass, there's another way to get it. And for those who don't know, here on the right, we have this car, which used to be a premium car in Brookhaven. But nowadays it's completely free. But many people still think this car is paid because it used to be. He said it used to be paid until they released the new Lamborghini. And that's true. But now I'm coming up here in front, and I'm going to crash into this car. And I'm dragging it here. And now the police officer is watching this. I don't think he's very happy. And he's coming after us because he's really mad. But if I grab this blue car on the right, it also looks like a premium car because it's a really nice car. But up here, for those of you who don't know, we have these options that only people with premium have. But I have a way to get this completely free. Here on the right, I'm going to search for this name, and I'll use this second hair. And now my hair is on fire, and this way it looks like I have the premium game pass, because if I don't have this hair and I get in the car and activate this button on top of the fire, my car shoots out flames. But if you don't have that game pass, just use this item on the right, and now it looks like you really have the game pass. But my friend just left, and I didn't understand why he left. Actually, he picked that hair, and that's really good, because now both of us have fire coming out of our hair, and it looks like this car is actually paid. But there's also another way to do this, and I can take this fire on the right and simply place it on the car, and that that way it will also look like I have the Game Pass. But that way is a little worse, but it still looks pretty cool while I'm driving. But if my car stays still, you can tell it's fake. And my friend said, let's test other ways. And there really are other ways to get Game Passes. And for those of you who don't know, here on the right we have this car, which is a fully paid car, and you need a Game Pass that costs 800 Robux. But there's a way to get this car completely free. And this car belongs to that Game Pass. But if I go to the car, its original version looks like this, with this roof on top. But here on the right, you can see we have this car that looks like this. The only difference between the two is that the other car is bigger, and you can see it has more space, while the free version is really small. But there are actually just a few differences, and it definitely looks like you have the Game Pass. But my friend said, this one has the carts too. And that's true. For those who don't know, the game has carts, but as you can see on the right, those are completely paid, and you can't get them for free. There's also this other cart that is paid too. But surprisingly, there is one cart that is completely free, which is exactly this one, and you can see the three are very similar. But the only difference is that one of them has a spoiler, and the most expensive version has more details. It has these things in the front, and it also looks better. But if I take this car, choose a spoiler on the right and place it right here, it's going to look like this car is actually paid, when it's not. This car is totally free. But I placed this spoiler on the back to make it look like it's paid. But my friend said, there's a way to get all the Game Passes for free, literally all of them. And guys, even I want to see what he's talking about. He said, follow me, and he just left the game. So I'm going to follow him, and now I'm in this game, and I don't know what's going on. But you can see that this is the Brookhaven map, but it looks a little different. He said, the Game Passes are free here, and I'm looking here on the right, and you can see that there are lots of cars, and you can get them for free. That car, for those who don't know, is a fully paid car, and it's even locked. But here on the right, there are secret cars, like this one, which is a car that was removed from Brookhaven. But my friend just got here, and he said, it looks like a Ferrari, but different. And it really does look like a Ferrari. But I can also get houses in this area, so I'm going to pick a house here. And here on the right, you can see that all the houses are available. But now I'm going up here in front because I want to see if this game is the same as the original Brookhaven. And you can see that there are lots of players here who are subscribers of the channel, and all these cars are paid, but they are getting them for free. But here on the right, there are several cars, including secret cars. So I'm looking up here in front because I want to see what else this map has. And you can see that the players are following me. But this Lamborghini looks a little different, and also the map is a bit different because you can see there's a road here that doesn't exist in the original Brookhaven, because in the original Brookhaven it looks like this, while in this game there's a road that's really interesting. But now I want to do a very important race, and I'm arriving right here, and I'll have to choose the best car on the right. Perfect! I picked this Lamborghini, which is actually really cool. Perfect! The race started, and you can see that I'm winning because this car of mine is really fast. So I'm getting up here in front, and I passed this part of Roblox, and now I finally reached the end without many problems. But my car is driving by itself, and I don't know how that happened, but my car is moving on its own, and suddenly it turned into a ghost. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.